Cecil and Sandra Furlat
from
from
Campbellford.
Campbellford. I was, when I found out I was in the paint kitchen, right? I was in the paint kitchen when I found out.
When you were diagnosed.
Yeah.
Describe. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't know anything was wrong. I just felt like something was wrong. So Jackie Duffy sent me up to the hospital, and that's when we found blood in my stool. So that's when it all started. We didn't know anything about what we were working with because they never told us anything. Everything was supposed to be up and up, but it wasn't. So all the stuff we were using, we didn't know nothing about it at that time. Well, they must. I don't know. I haven't been there so long. It's they wouldn't care anyway. You know, they're only in it to make money and at our expense. So, and they never tell you nothing.
Well, they'd have to now because
They have to now, probably.
Yeah.
Well, they got MDS sheets and all that. So MDS, whatever they are,
MDS.
MDS sheets. So you got to read all up on that stuff before you use it. Now, I don't remember having any. I remember when I was in the RT team, at the end of it, we had to make our own sheets up, put them on the drums, and do all that stuff by ourselves. We couldn't use anything that didn't have the right labels on it. Oh, they got rid of everything right away as soon as they found out there was no files left at all. You know,
Your files.
my files were all gone. You know, they were not helpful at all. Well, there was at that time when I was went to my own doctor. He said it was irritable bowel. So we were treating it for irritable bowel for a while. And finally, we went in. How did that happen? We went in to the hospital. We see this one doctor. We were supposed to have a colonoscopy. Oh, we had that done. We had a colonoscopy done, and they couldn't do the whole colonoscopy because it was plugged up. So the doctor I had at that time, the specialist, told me that he would have to operate in a couple of months, and
a couple of weeks.
Couple of months. I can't remember.
A couple of
exactly.
weeks.
Say a couple of weeks, and that he said to him. Well, he said to me, he said, it could be emergency. And he said, I might be tired. I might make a mistake. And I said, oh boy, this guy's a winner. So anyway, I had to go back in the hospital because I was having trouble. And I had been taking stuff to make me go to the washroom, which was a good thing. When I got into the hospital and they checked me out, they said that it was the size of my colon was the size of a pen head, you know, very small. And he said, if I send you home, you won't be coming back because you're going to die. Exactly what he said. So they kept me there. And then in the morning, this other specialist come in and said to me that you need an operation. And she said, you need it right away. And I said, well, let's do it then, you know. If that, and she called that other doctor to get the information from him. So they proceeded with the operation, which was successful, thank God. But I lost 10 inches in intestines during this. And then was a lot of recovery.
You were put on chemo.
I was put on chemo, yeah. Not right away, though. But I was put on chemo within a while, and I had to have 12 bouts of chemo. I went through all that, which was not nice. And I got through all that. Like, it was, we went to when I had chemo, we were in there for 4 hours running this stuff through my system. And then when I left, I had to have a bag put on, a fanny bag put on and go for 2 days with that on too. And that really made you, you got chemo going through you for probably 6 hours every time you went there, which wasn't nice. And I had to do that for 12 bouts of it. I got through it all and things got better. And then a year later, I had another cancer called lymphoma cancer, which I had to have some more chemo and 15 bouts of radiation. So when we started the chemo, I took the first one and never recovered from it. And they gave me a second one and made me so sick that what did we do? We had to call the hospital, right? And they had to help us out.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave, and then I had to go in and meet with this doctor again. Dr. Woods was his name. And he told me that chemo never killed anybody. He said, but I think I had too close. So we had to change it and go with 20 bouts of radiation with the weekends off until it was all done. So that was the result of that. And that was, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I went on until I had my heart attack in 2017, and I had to have a stent put in. And here I am today, still alive. Okay, it took the golden years away.
Yeah.
It affected my whole family.
Brian.
My wife had to quit working to look after me for a year. My son worked at the plant, and then he was burning paint off of carts when he took he had problem breathing.
He's got COPD now.
He's got COPD,
Yeah.
Missing part of his lung, and he'll never work again.
And he's only 54.
Yeah, he's just 54 years old.
Yeah.
So it's all based on that plant. That's what we've come to get where we are today.
And you mentioned that the company was not very helpful. And when you developed the neuropathy, when you went back to work, they put you on, what's it called? Light duty or
Assembly, yeah.
Yeah, on the assembly line. And because he couldn't feel the small parts, they moved you to another department or something.
Department, yeah.
And he couldn't keep up with it. So finally he had to retire because they didn't give him.
I can't feel anything when it's in my hand.
Yeah.
I can't feel it. If I have two pieces in my hand, I'll end up with one because I'll drop the other one. Somehow I drop it. I have no.
So they had no compassion. You either did your job or you were out. So they forced him into retirement.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I play guitar and I can't play guitar anymore. Lousy. They don't care. They want help.
They just
keep
denying.
denying. They call me up and say, I made a decision that you're not getting anything from us. So you haven't got enough proof. I don't know. I gave them a Bible, but they know nothing about the chemicals. They absolutely know nothing. They have nobody there that knows anything about chemicals, and they read a book and say, "Oh, just tell them it's not nothing to do with it."
Deny.
Deny.
Hmm.
Yeah. They need somebody that knows something about this stuff, and they got nobody. They lie a lot. They lie, and they make up stories like I was a smoker. I quit smoking. Never smoked a day in my life. It's just stuff like this they make up. And then it's on paper. It is not true. It's, it's just not true.
I think the company should have to prove that they didn't, the chemicals didn't give you the cancer.
Yeah,
They should be held responsible.
But they're not.
No.
I mean, they're in bed with workman's compensation. That's what's going on right now. I got a feeling it's a payoff somewhere, but I can't prove it, so I can only say it. I can't prove it. Well, I like I said, they better watch what they're doing there because, like I said, there's all kinds of spills that you don't see. And when I was there, I was ERT captain. I'd come in and they'd smell stuff, right? And I'd have to go look and see what was spilled, And nobody's seen half the stuff spilled. I had to go find it, and where they located. Tell me where the location is, and I'd find it. And sometimes I'd have to close the plant down, and they didn't like that. I'll tell you that, because they're losing money. But there's several times I've had to close it down as an ERT captain and get the people out of there until we got it cleaned up. And like I'm an hour away, so they were doing that for, I don't know, and smelling that stuff for an hour. And they said, should we allow? I said, you should walk off the job. If you got a problem with smells and you know what they are, walk off the job. That's that you're entitled to until somebody fixes it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times I wish I hadn't.
And if you don't feel that something is right and that it's not to your best interest, don't be afraid to say something about it. Because
most of the people are afraid of getting
fired.
Life.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. It's your life.
It's your life. They're afraid of getting fired. Or close the plant down if we don't work. They're not going to close the plant down. Jeez. But that was a big thing. Everybody was afraid they're going to lose a job. They're going to close the plant down if we didn't stay working.
Yeah.
I've been.
Take care of you.
Take care of you
because
first.
They won't
take care of you. I didn't. I wish I had taken better care of myself when I was working there, and I wouldn't be where I am today. Being sprayed with all the chemicals I've been sprayed with, and it's just awful. So, like I say, people beware. If you can get another job, I'd go to another place because more people die in there and then retire. You can quote me on that one because I know a lot of my friends have gone.